One, we're in First John chapter 3 today. In First John chapter 3, we're going to go down through verse 12 today. He says there, "See how great a love the Father has bestowed on us, that we would be called children of God, and such we are. For this reason the world does not know us, because it did not know him. Beloved, now we are children of God, and it has not appeared as yet what we will be. We know that when he appears, we will be like him, because we will see him just as he is. And everyone who has this hope fixed on him purifies himself just as he is pure. Everyone who practices sin also practices lawlessness, and sin is lawlessness. You know that he appeared in order to take away sins, and in him there is no sin. No one who abides in him sins. No one who sins has seen him or knows him. Little children, make sure no one deceives you. The one who practices righteousness is righteous, just as he is righteous. The one who practices sin is of the devil, for the devil has sinned from the beginning. The Son of God appeared for this purpose, to destroy the works of the devil. No one who is born of God practices sin, because his seed abides in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of God. By this the children of God and the children of the devil are obvious. Everyone who does not practice righteousness is not of God, nor the one who does not love his brother. For this is the message which you have heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain, who was of the evil one, and slew his brother. And for what reason did he slay him? Because his deeds were evil, and his brothers were righteous." Mark, what do you have?
Verse 1 has just really always been one of my favorite verses in the Bible, because it's a passage of such incredible encouragement and hope that comes to us. See what kind of love the Father has given to us, that we should be called the children of God. It is almost impossible to even grasp what he's saying there, that it's possible for us in our human form to be called the children of God. And not only for us to be called the children of God, but to know that we're accepted by God as his children. I can't fathom that. And yet that's what John tells us here. That when we are the children of God, when we obey God, when we come to Christ, he accepts us in his family, not as servants, although there's a sense in which we serve, but as his children, with all the rights that come along with being a child of God. And I think that's just an incredibly, almost unfathomable idea, but it is an idea that is full of such comfort and mercy and grace for us. We ought to live as the children of God. In fact, that's what he says in verse 3. Everyone who thus hopes in him purifies himself as he is pure. Having the title of being a child of God has a responsibility as well. That means that I have to live as someone who is the child. I have to live in a purified way. So I find it encouraging and challenging. I'm encouraged by the fact that I'm a child of God. If you're a Christian, you're a child of God. Let's live like children of God.
And just building on that, Mark talked yesterday about how John describes to us how we can identify the Antichrist. Well, John really gets at how you can identify the child of God and the child of the devil here in verses 9 through 10. By this it is evident who are the children of God and who are the children of the devil. And the reality is, those that are children of the devil, they have a practice of life, they have a habit in their life where they don't practice the righteousness of God, they don't love their brethren. But the one who is the child of God, they are evidently so, because they are trying to make it a habit in their life to live righteously, to be hopeful like Mark talked about, and they love their brethren. And so if we want to be identified as children of God, our habit of life has to be we are seeking to be righteous and we're seeking to love one another.
Two great applications. Thank you for joining us today, and as we look to 1 John chapter 3. Join us tomorrow as we finish up this chapter. Hope you have a great day. If you have thoughts about this text or anything else, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.